Hey y'all, and welcome back. Tonight we recapping Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 6, episode 25 and 26. So get on in here, get on in here, get on in here. I invite you to smash that subscribe button. Go ahead on and thumbs up this video and list a comment. You know we got to talk. Okay, so this episode opens up with where they left off last week. You got Tiffany and Kiki talking. Stormy brought them together to kind of get things off their chest or out in the open, so to speak. Because there's a lot of things being said. We all know Tiffany felt some way about Kiki, and if we didn't know, we knew it after she did that Carlos King interview because everybody heard it. And, I'm right there with him. Tiffany was being shady, but I think we expect that of Tiffany. That's what Tiffany do. She's I ain't gonna say a quiet shady, but she like to be shady on the low, hoping that don't nobody catch it. But, they got a chance to talk and discuss all their differences, and she was letting them know how she feel about things. So I'm just glad that Tiffany was woman enough to apologize, and I hope that they can start over new from this point. Now, this next scene opened up. Chris go to visit Martell. Last week, Martell finally moved out of his house. Yay! And he finally got him somewhere else to stay. So Chris came over to visit. And it was one of those things they was talking. They was talking about the family dinner that they had and how it went left. But Chris also brought back up about you talking to my wife the way that you were. Now, the one thing I couldn't appreciate in this conversation, and I know that Martell has been labeled as a narcissist, I just don't know. But to hear him talking about checking a woman as if that might be cute, or even if that would be acceptable, and furthermore, to this man's wife who you talking to right now, I don't know how that conversation should have went. We know he got them puffy eyes. I don't know if he been bopped a time or two in them, but maybe Chris should have bopped him in them. Hint, hint, wink, wink. He had to correct Martell when they was talking about the name changing ceremony. Melody Holt, he was like, no, it's Melody Rogers. Yeah, well, okay, yeah, she had the name change. Y'all went there and partied up and y'all picked a side. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, ain't nobody getting into it the way you is. You're just mad that you're no longer attached, that you can't be attached to Melody anymore. She has severed all ties. It ain't about her clout chasing. She's just moving all the way on, and she's making sure she got all the tools in place to do so. She is really eliminating Holt from her personal life. Okay, so now the next scene opened up. You got Tisha and Kimmy. They're going to the spa. They're going to get some vaginal steaming. And I guess Kimmy's still trying to work on her libido. But that ain't going to satisfy Maurice. He's still going to be complaining he ain't getting enough or not getting it enough, whatever. But anyway, while they're in there, Tisha had the audacity to ask about how that works with somebody being pregnant and requested to take a pregnancy test. Like, really? That's what you're thinking?
You realize Marshall got a vasectomy? Well, maybe it didn't take. Let me see that. You a lie. I didn't even know why you would take the test. I had to be sure. But it did come back not ready. I can't even believe you would tell this. I threw up today. I threw up in Vegas. I was like, what's going on? And I've been gaining weight. I can't explain. You gaining weight because you didn't. But well. I can't even believe a pregnancy test is what you thought. I would be like, I ate some bad chicken.
Well, anyway, as the vaginal steaming gets underway, they begin to have little girl talk. And of course, they had to bring up Mel. So, Kim is bringing to her that, Mel felt some type of way when she walked out while they was asking her about Kiki. Now, this one thing I can get. I can understand Letitia is tired of talking about her relationship with Kiki. However, she's not addressing anything. She just rather say Kiki on drugs or she this or she that. You always got an excuse. However, she's not facing these things head on. We're not seeing what she's seeing, and that might be the thing that we don't know what's underlined. However, you're not addressing it. So yeah, to everybody around you, it looked fishy as that Kiki is just so horrible to you that you don't want to deal with her to where you got to ignore her at barbecues or whatnot. Don't ain't nobody with that. Ain't nobody with that. But now I'm gonna tell you what I got the most out of this scene here. When girlfriend was talking about maybe she need to go back to being a stay-at-home mom. Yeah, I got that. I think this is my opinion, in my very own opinion. Mel done made all this stuff look easy. This woman went through a divorce with 4 kids, still managed to launch businesses, manage businesses, do some acting, record a couple singles, working on a fashion line with Jay Bolin. She is really doing it all. She made it look easy, and you thought you could do the same. So now you want to go to be a stay-at-home mom. What about Scott Realty? What about Macy and Mila? What about Black? What about all this stuff you done got started? Now you want to quit because you see you weren't built like that. You're not cut out for that. Yeah, you need to think about some of this stuff that you're doing and quit trying to copy what somebody else do. Okay, so y'all, this episode is where Chris Sr. is talking to Chris Jr. On the last episode, it left off to where Nell was a little concerned, said she called Chris a couple times and texted him. He hadn't responded. And they're talking about what all went down at the family dinner. Because, yeah, it did go left. And a lot of things were said. But I think it's just primarily one person, Alexis. But I think the issue that they may have had with Chris is that, Chris has been getting in trouble to where he got locked up and things of that nature. And his brother, Lance, tried to hire him on. He ended up losing that job, and they just want him to be responsible because he's getting older. You get what I'm saying? And you want your children to be prepared for this world because this world ain't got no love for you. I promise you it don't. So, they're sitting down having a talk, and I can appreciate that. Even down to the point of where you see Chris Fletcher Sr. getting emotional when his son is telling him, well, I rarely sleep. My mind always wandering. I always got things on my mind. Saying that he be out 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning when he can't sleep because he very seldom sleep. And I like how Chris brought to him that's concerning because those are signs of depression. It can very well be depression. And that's what I can appreciate. That's what I took from this scene here. I'm glad that he's able to talk to his son, to let him know, look, you can talk to me versus going out in the streets. I would prefer that. But, to see him get teary and get emotional and let him know, son, I'm always here for you. That was what I got from this episode. I found that to be extremely touching. We need more men to do that with our children, especially regarding anything that could be pertaining to mental health. Okay, so y'all, the last scene in this episode, wrapping it up, did pick up from where it on the last episode where she was explaining to Lou that, her and Kiki done met up and they done had a little talk or whatnot. And, now she's beginning to realize it's more to this reality TV game than what she anticipated. It's even to the point of where he feel like she may be going through some postpartum depression. However, she ain't got time to think about it because she's still moving. She's still working. She's trying to film. I'm telling y'all, Melody Cherie Rogers made this game look easy. So now these women now trying to jump in because they figure, hell, Mel can do it. I can do it too. But they're not cut like that. They're not built like that. So now she's telling Lou about what's all going on and how she's feeling. And he's telling her, yeah, it's a whirlwind going on inside you, and I just want you to be healthy. I want you to be good. And sometimes maybe we just need to leave this show because people going to talk bad about you. And of course, it's going to have an impact on you. How bad you let it impact you, a whole different story. But he's telling her, look, your health and your sanity is not worth a reality TV show. And I like the way he put it to her. I like the way he let it all play out, let her complete all of her thoughts. Now she got the simmer on this one here.
Definitely much more severe. I know things are uneasy, but it shouldn't be because of a show. It shouldn't be because of reality TV. And I feel like ultimately we have to truly ask ourselves, is this the best thing for us? Like, real talk.
Don't forget to click, like, comment, and share.